Pre-order the Vault Edition now.
Welcome to Jackpot City, where a land of excitement is here for you to explore. Enjoy classic casino games such as blackjack, or take a spin with roulette. Explore our exciting virtual range of the best slots, including the Jackpot City exclusive Mega Millionaire Wheel. Everything's online, everything's ready, everything's for you. For endless entertainment, head to Jackpot City. Casino games perfectly made for you.
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain cold refreshment. Coors Light. The chill choice.
Talking to Vince about this earlier tonight, you said that Tristan was the first Canadian player to come up to you during a game. I can tell you that.
Yes, he did in Cleveland. Face to face, and you hear it, it's talked about, but hearing it from a Canadian player, I mean, he said it with conviction, and it's just still gives me chills today. It's just wowing because like you compare anyone or in the same breath as Michael Jordan. That's saying a lot. And he like I said, he said, no, I'm serious. Like, thank you. And he said it tonight. He came up to me again. He said, no, thank you. Thank you, for being you and your impact. And it's just,
I'm early on in talking to you, you said it was,
it was just so awkward and just like, unexpected. You don't expect to hear something like that. And, here's what he was saying. I handle it better now. I'll say that.
It's interesting. Right after that, I ran into Tristan, and he's so genuine in that, right? And he said, and the number's going up, but there's going to be a statue out there too one day, and so he's putting it out there for a statue, and that will happen, along with Kyle Lowry. He'll be there.
And I'm gonna let about 1,000 pigeons go as soon as Vince's and Kyle's statue get put up there. How about that?
He's always going to mention that there are 2,000 pigeons. I don't know. But the impact is there. It's relevant. It's real. And Canada, you think about their place now with some of the game's greats, including St. Gilgeous-Alexander.
I mean, it's just a cool honor. I'm truly honored.
How about when Kelly Olynyk came to you and said, I used to go to the Vince Carter?
I was like, really? And he's playing. Like, wait, you're in the NBA. What does that say about me? Been around.
You were a good teacher. And he said, he's a good can.
I think along the way, he learned. Especially at Gonzaga, he's balling there. So, but no, it's just pretty cool to hear. And I just think back when I'm the young guy playing and just trying to establish myself. And I said the social media era is so different than when we were playing because you don't understand or realize or aware of the impact that we as players on our team had on our community or the young kid, obviously, if you didn't see it firsthand, as opposed to now you can see it immediately.
Well, not a Canadian, obviously, but somebody that's talked about you as his favorite player is Kevin Durant, right? And Deep Freak is good, and you think back because it was must-see TV. If you tuned in on a Sunday afternoon, it was Vince in Toronto. And of course, that's where KD, pre-social media, right? You're getting those moments of watching you. Shed in and out. Of course, a dunk contest. It's over. And laying it up and through is Greg Porter Jr. with 5:38 to go, 123 to 90. What are some of the things for this Raptor team in the rebuild? As everybody is good for Battle making his first three. We'll get to this after the break with Jamison Battle. It is three-pointer. First bucket in the NBA.
Ever feel like no matter what you got, someone's got more? And someone's got more than that. More to spend, more places to go. And just when you think there couldn't possibly be any more, you realize there's more to life than more. You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Movement that inspires.
When I flick this switch, there'll be a horrible noise and a terrible odor. Will it hurt? Pain like you've never known.
Seems risky.
I am much satisfied.
What? You scared? This is happiness.
We love Halloween.
He's a bit silly.
Turning the machine off! Do you feel good?
Rated E for everyone. Raptors basketball on Sportsnet. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Not the opening night that the Toronto Raptors were hoping for. And when you think about the start, it's a young team. How do you sustain that energy, Alvin, that the Raptors brought early? That they were turning over the Cavaliers, right? Ball pressure. And then there's a little bit of a punch from the Cavaliers. And then, as young teams sometimes do, they kind of exhaled a little bit.
And that's what happens with young teams. But mentally, you got to be strong. Mentally, you got to stick to the script and understand where's the direction, right? Where are we trying to go? We're not going to do it in one game. You got a bunch of games left. You got 82 of these things, right? So you got to make sure mentally you stay the course. And that's going to help you now physically and all of your actions plan after that. But it starts with the mind and the understanding.
And the thing about it is now they have tape. They have film, they can see it, and the tape doesn't lie. You can see your energy and effort or lack thereof, and I think this is what it's all about. You're going to have growing pains, something you talked about earlier, Al, but now you get to see it. Now you can't run from that, and I think this is what's going to help this team grow.
Momo comes out. He only took 2 threes last season for the University of San Francisco, the Dons. He was 0-2, and his first bucket in the NBA, a three-pointer, and that's a part of the game that they would like him to expand and add, and he's been working on that as he finds himself at the foul line.
And again, that comes with patience as well. But what he does play with energy. And we talked about sustaining that energy level. And guys like this, and guys like Mitchell, they'll bring that energy, right? Shed, they'll bring that energy. And that's what you need to play against. That's what you need to practice against. And again, develop that mentality, because what this young fella has is the ability to kick rebounds, push the floor, and he's an underrated decision maker. Watching him in San Francisco, he makes good passes. He has a good understanding in the half-court offense.
Tyson attacking and a foul. Dalen Tyson, their 20th overall selection for Cleveland. Garrett Temple, the veteran for the Toronto Raptors and a true pro.
Makes me feel old because there's still players in the league that I played with or against. Like he was my teammate in Sacramento, just like Bruno was my teammate in Atlanta.
But that shows how special your career was, because probably 85% of the players playing today probably you played against. I mean, you got people in the stands that you played against. You got people in encyclopedias that you played against, and you got people in you know what?
How about 22 seasons? Only 2 players now in the history of the game. LeBron James last night is starting his 22nd season. Vince
Amazing.
and LeBron, the only 2. Temple looking for Lobo.
Doesn't look like LeBron is slowing down anytime soon either. That record is shattered. For sure. That was the first.
I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, his rookie year when we played them, was it Ohio State or did we play? No. Remember the game got canceled because the floor was slippery or something, condensation?
Was that up in Halifax?
Halifax.
Was it Halifax?
I think it was Halifax, right?
Yeah. St. John. St. John.
Yes, sure was. Yeah.
127-102. Coro. I remembered Summer League that year was actually, they had it in Boston, at UMass Boston. And the gym was jam-packed for LeBron James. I mean, absolute. I didn't see that many, but everybody was trying to find their way in to see.
I remember his first game against at Sacramento.
Yes.
We're in season, and I'm like, whatever. I want to see what it's
Yeah.
At the same time.
You remember when he was in high school, people used to, when they played the Cavs, go see him play in Akron or wherever he was playing. And it was just being that young.
Now his game
that
on
much
ESPN.
True.
St. Mary, St. Vincent. And a foul is charged to Tyson. 3:34 to go in the fourth quarter.
Talk about Garrett Temple and you guys' relationship and how much love he shows you and appreciation. But you talk about your mentorship and younger guys. He's one of the best leaders that I've seen. You talk about being a great person, but I've watched him last year, his work ethic, when he got in the games, how he performed, but preparing and just every day being consistent, shaking your hand, smiling, and those things that you always knew was coming from him. So he learned a lot from you, not just on the court,
And
but off the court.
it's funny you say that because we in Sacramento, when we weren't playing, we were going. Obviously, I was doing my thing, and we would talk about situations and being the veteran, and obviously he was just paying attention to those situations. But he always had it in him as well, being a leader, helping guys and whatnot. So this position is a no-brainer for him as far as just a leader. Obviously, his position in the NBA. So I'm just happy for him. And these guys don't understand what kind of leader and great guy that they have because he has their best interests at heart.
We recognize that because guess what? We were blessed and fortunate to have the Oakleys, the D. Browns, the Muggsy Bogues, the Mark Jackson, the Kevin Willis, and we can go on.
Just think about it. You're just named 6 to 8 guys, and that was in our locker room every day, as opposed to what the league looks like now. They have a Garrett Temple as the veteran, the old veteran, if you would, as opposed to we had so many guys that we can go to, and we were all protected. It's a challenge when you're the only veteran, or 2 of you, trying to manage the emotions of 14 to 16 guys night in and night out.
Different ways to lead too.
Correct.
Right? By example, by being extremely vocal, and then there's also the times when it's those private moments, the one-on-one where you
really dig deep.
And I'm sure you've done all 3 of those, right?
Yes, but I hope Scotty, just like he studies the game, I hope he really stays close to Garrett Temple and continue to ask questions and help him grow into the leadership role, because that is not an easy position, because it's easy to lead when things are going well, you're having a great night, but the hardest time to lead is when you're not playing well and your team is getting blown out and you just don't feel like it, or you don't want to talk right now, but you have to say something to kind of continue to motivate your squad. So having a Garrett Temple there will help him with that if he chooses to allow him to.
And I think he will, because someone like Garrett Temple, he's inviting, right? You're not going to be discouraged to talk to him, or you're not going to be upset.
Coming at you with the best of
Pure heart.
On the inside, bucket, good. And since the 4-minute mark of the opening quarter, Cleveland really taking control. A lot of that with Darius Garland on the bench. Donovan Mitchell taking over, and then Karis LeVert off of the bench with 19 points, 8 of 9. Jerome finds a 4-0 with a slam dunk. And for the Toronto Raptors, you have Philadelphia coming to town on Friday. It's not an easy schedule. Philly, then at Minnesota. Then you return home on a Monday to see the Denver Nuggets as Temple finishes there in the paint. Temple got to tighten him up a little bit.
He has one shoe on right now.
He's guarding the big.
His top's as good.
If I'm tripping, I'm posting up. No, that's good sportsmanship. Obviously, you're up. And that's kind of that unwritten rule.
They're going to dribble it out.
Yeah.
Kenny Atkinson telling his team to dribble it out as they lead 136 to 106. Cavaliers, 5th time that they have faced the Raptors on opening night. Raptors 4-0 against the Cavs to 106. Led by Evan Mobley with 25 and 8. Donovan Mitchell with 21 on 7 of 14 shooting, and then off of the bench, Karis LeVert, 19 points. Toronto Raptors unfortunately lost. Emmanuel quickly came down hard on his back and unable to play in the second half of tonight's game. Doesn't get any easier. Philadelphia on Friday, then at Minnesota Saturday, and home to Denver. Half man, half. To see you, Boogie. Alvin Williams here. The Toronto Raptors fall to the Cleveland Cavaliers. 136-106. Ken and Ivanka coming up right now.
Hey, it's Sportsnet Central. Ken Reed, Ivanka Osmak. That was not intense.
No, it kind of spiraled after that first quarter, didn't it? Not
Yes, spiraled to a nice way to put it.
on the scoreboard, but also that injury to Emmanuel quickly. Not showing up in the second half. Okay, let's get to some highlights, and we'll hear lots more. Of course, we'll go back to Scotiabank Arena, as well as the Raptors coming through the palm trees. Scotty Barnes.
What do you think of the no shirt with the suit thing?
I mean, I do that look.
I'd do it if I could pull it off.
So there you go. And you can. Okay,
I can't.
Raptors looking to bounce back from their first 50-loss season since 2010-11. And yes, what an addition for us. Hall of Famer Vince Carter joining the Raps broadcast for 8 games this season. Love Vince and Alvin chatting about the old times.
Can we call Vince a colleague now?
Yes. Love that.
Really?
Why not?
Okay, let's do it.
Be generous with it. Okay, Quincy was having a good game. He had that step back three. Later in the quarter, Grady Dick in his second season, a little pump fake, drains a triple. 9 points in the opening quarter for him. Second quarter, 5-time All-Star Jonathan Mitchell. This was pretty. This was nice. Getting to the rim for a lefty finger roll at the other end. Dick drives baseline. Oh, the up and under for another bucket. 11 first half points. Later in the second quarter, Jared Allen steals the ball. On the break, no, quickly going for the rebound, and this is where he comes down really hard, and you knew things were not looking so good. Oh, slams down, slow to get up, and yet did lead with right pelvic contusion at the end of the first half. Before half, Cavs on the break. Karis LeVert to Dean Wade for the easy slam. Raps turn over the inbound pass. Mitchell takes advantage. Wide open three. 15 first half points for Mitchell. Dying seconds. Scotty Barnes turnover. Back the other way. Evan Mobley in time. Beats the buzzer. 20-4 run to end of the half, and they are leading by 20 at the break. Lots of former players in this one. Damon Stoudemire, John Kerr, Doug Williams, TJ Ford, all checking it out. Third quarter. Okay, the ball gets whipped away from Jacoperto. Mitchell, hoop, and the harm. And then dying seconds of the quarter. Levert with a step back triple over Dick. That is good. Just beats the buzzer. Cavs, no problem, in full control. They win by 30 on opening night for the Raptors. All right, we'll continue our post-game coverage and start things off with Brad Fay, Sherman Hamilton, and Matt.
Thank you very much. I'm sure that Evan Mobley doesn't think about it as much as a lot of pundits do about Scotty Barnes basically stealing the Rookie of the Year award from him down the stretch in their first season. It's been 3 years, but it sure looked like it tonight, Matt, because Evan Mobley, not only was he awesome, Scotty Barnes really struggled. A lot goes into that. But how about Mobley? Just automatic from inside and out, just seemed to control the game at both ends.
Yeah, absolutely. Both ends of the court making an impact, making winning plays. Raptors had a heck of a time scoring in the paint. Evan Mobley was a big part of that. But the thing I was most impressed with him was his ability to attack, put the ball on the floor, his footwork, his ability to finish, knock down a three. Really showed a lot of growth going into year 4 for Evan Mobley. A big X factor for a team that's a dark horse contender in the East.
Yeah, and you think about his versatility. I mean, the young man can shoot it a little bit, put it on the floor, as Matt was talking about, but also defensively, he can have significant impact. And I think that's where he really creates separation, especially when he's on the floor with Jared Allen. Their length, their athleticism, their ability to block and alter shots. With that consistency on the defensive end presents a lot of challenges. And for the Raptors in a game like this, I thought Mobley's defensive presence and intensity was huge in this game.
Well, it was 33-32 after one quarter in favor of the Cavs, and from that point on, carry the six, plus 29 advantage for Cleveland. But that first quarter was exactly the way Darko would draw it up and the way that the Raptors need to play. Beyond that, let's not talk about. Let's talk about what they did do right in the first quarter.
Well, they put the energy out that would give them a chance to be competitive in that first quarter. And how they do that? They did it on the defensive end. They extended the defense, lots of pressure, run and jump, making sure they put the ball handler under duress. And this is the thing, man. I think they've got to win as many of the loose ball battles that they can, because the intangibles are going to help this team get over the hump some nights.
That's what Darko talked about. This team's identity needs to be playing physical, pressure, effort, being a pain in the butt. Other teams are like, oh man, we got to play against the Raptors. Yeah, they might lack depth and offensive talent, but that's something that you can control every single night. Coming out, competing, playing physical, has nothing to do with your skill set, whether you're a good three-point shooter or not.
Well, the only good thing about a blowout loss on opening night is we got to hear a lot of stories from Alvin Williams and Vince Carter, who were alongside Matt Devlin. Matty?
All right, well, they're having fun opening night, and there's a lot of fun to broadcast the game with both of you this evening. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, didn't start the way they wanted it to, but Donovan Mitchell with Darius Garland picking up his 4th foul really took control of this game, Vince.
And that's what a superstar does. He just surveys and then he attacks. And once Garland goes out in foul trouble, he said, it's my time to be aggressive, whether it's pick and roll or get into his bag. But more than anything, he's creating plays for everyone else because he's able to get into the paint. And that's what superstars do. They close games, they dictate how this is going to go, and he did that early and often.
He's just not a player. He's a special player. He's learning how to win. Utah days, Cleveland Cavalier days. A guy that's really taking control of the ship. And as you mentioned during the broadcast, he allowed Garland to be who he is until it's time for him to be who the team needs him to be. Right. Very, very special player.
He was plus 31. Evan Mobley was plus 31. in the first half, Emmanuel quickly, the presence was certainly important, the three-point shooting. Unfortunately, on a drive to the bucket, he falls on his backside, and he was unable to play in the second half. Obviously, we don't know, and we'll find out later as far as an update on the injury, but not having him in the second half was a factor.
Well, a scorer, a leader, a guy out there who can kind of settle guys in. I mean, that's what he brought earlier to the table, just his ability. You see there, tough fall. And this is, like we talked about earlier, Scotty Barnes being your leader and your catalyst, but having an Emmanuel quickly out there being that second voice. And when he goes down, now that's another shooter, scorer, veteran, not on the floor.
And his health is important, right? His health is important. He had to end the hand injury. Now it's the back. Who knows what's going to happen? But for this team to continue to develop, which is the key, everyone has to be healthy and everyone has to play together, and you have to develop that chemistry. But what quickly also he brings pace. He brings easy baskets in transition, and Raptors missed that when he went out.
No question about it. We did get an opportunity to see Jamal Shed, who played well when he was given the time. I'm sure we'll see more of him as the season moves on. Let's send it back to Brad.
All right, guys, and congrats to Vince. We'll all be watching on November 2nd when he gets his number 15 rightfully raised to the Raptors. Elsewhere on Sportsnet, you see the Nuggets on November 4th. What will they look like? We'll get a look at the Bucks. Can they bounce back and be a title contender? We certainly know that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder are. We see them in early December. Back to Sportsnet Central.
Thanks, Brad. So how is the East going to play out this season? The consensus is everyone is chasing the Celtics, but there's a lot of attention on the New York Sixers. But Philly is opening the season without newly acquired Paul George and Joel Embiid. It's the Bucks, it's the Sixers, and Embiid is going to miss at least the first 3 games of the season with a knee injury. Okay, Eagles running back, Saquon Barkley, big dude, love this dude, ringing the bell, hitting the crowd, fired up.
Bedazzled jeans.
In Philly. Bedazzle. I'm going to get bedazzled. Bedazzled. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Final seconds, first quarter. Tyrese Maxey. Nicely done. Sixers up by 1 after 1. Second quarter, Pat Connaughton feeds Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Giants. Like the orange shoes, how's that? Me too. Not bad at all. Damian Lillard starting his second season with Milwaukee. Dreams to pull up 3, part of a 9-zip run. Bucks up 11 at the half. Third quarter. Lillard. Deep. Really deep. Hits it. Then there's more. Another 3 for Lillard. 30 points through 3 quarters. Bucks up by 19. They win it. 124-109.
Let's go down to Florida. It's the Magic and the Heat first quarter. Heat by 4. Tyler Hero, though, turned
8 fourth quarter 4-point game. Montreal's Benedict Mathurin hits it. Knocks down the jumper. Mathurin finishes with 17 points on the night. That's a long 2 points. Ensuing possession. Hits look to respond, but there's a problem. Count them, Osmac. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1 too many. Yeah. Yeah, that's technical. You can't do that. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 6. Do. Pacers in transition. Time celebrating. To Siakam. He was 19. Pacers won it. Pacers won it. 115-109.
It is a super busy night in the NBA, and game is just about to get underway. Kickoff is coming between the Warriors and Blazers. If you want to watch it, it's happening right now on Sportsnet 360, streaming on Sportsnet Plus, and we'll join that game in progress after we wrap things up on Sportsnet Central. Okay, coming up after the break, not an ideal night, but good to see the former Raps. We'll hear from Coach Darko Rajakovic and the loss to the Cavs. Post-game coverage continues on Sportsnet Central.
Sportsnet Central, brought to you by Skyscanner. Score like a travel MVP with the ultimate travel hack. Right now at Burger King, it's a BFD for only $5.69. It's a big flame grill deal. Get a bacon cheeseburger or a delicious chicken junior, plus a small fry and drink for only $5.69. It's a BFD.
Bleeding gums are a sign of bacterial infection. We always recommend Crestcom toothpaste to your patients. It's unique antibacterial chloride works below the thin line to reduce bleeding to strengthen cells. Thanks, guys.
You gotta go to the games to really get a feel for intensity.
We love traveling for hockey, which is why we love Skyscanner. Skyscanner searches billions of prices on flights, hotels, and rental cars, so we always score top shelf travel deals.
Austin.
Hey, don't ruin your brother, jabroni. We love a good Donnybrook.
2 minutes, in this.
You feel shame. Maybe do some homework while you're in there, hey, sweetie? Interest rates have finally started coming down for the first time in 4 years. Now is the time to use a FlexiLine to take control of your plans and finances. Maybe it's that renovation you've been thinking about, or investing in a new property. If you could borrow $80,000, $280,000, or even $2.8 million, how would you invest in yourself, your life, and your future? Find out why Canadians have been trusting Capital Direct for decades. Call 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL today. CapitalDirect.ca.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza emergency. So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza when you need it most.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean routine starts with Oral-B.
I love your building. Is anything for sale?
Oh, shut the front door. My son is in real estate, Andy DJs. And how are you fixed for supplements? He does it all.
RE/MAX agents don't stranger-splain. They explain with exactly the advice you need.
Canadian chickens are raised right, without hormones or steroids. Because when you raise chickens right, you get good chicken.
With these side Marios, all you can eat. You manja. Oh, Pop, they got more salad. Oh, Pop, they got more soup. Oh, Pop, they got more garlic home. Manja, mama, manja. Hey, bada boo, bada bing.
No matter what you drive, you can always count on one thing. Warranty-approved service at Jiffy Lube. While you wait, Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving.
Tonight, season number 30 begins.
Vince Carter, half man, half amazing, joining our broadcast.
Vince Carter, back where he belongs.
The Raptors and the Cavaliers. Let's get it on. Season over.
He goes down hard.
Emmanuel Cook, right side, all the confusion and will not return.
Donovan Mitchell taking over and really controlling the pace of this game. Donovan Mitchell, the spin with the left at the iron.
I love that move.
In a 20-point lead, just like that. Cavaliers, they win it 136 to 106. And for the Toronto Raptors, doesn't get any easier. Philadelphia on Friday, then at Minnesota Saturday, and home to Denver.
Not for the Raptors, just the 10th team in NBA history to lose their season opener. Yeah, their season home opener. Yeah, like 30 or more. That was not pretty. Plus the quick one, which was just painful.
It can only go up from here, right? Game one?
Thank.
You would think. Okay, let's hear from Coach Darko Rakovic, who has his thoughts on the loss and the performance from the Raps, and also an update on the league.
What do you think went wrong?
I thought that first quarter we came out, we were focused, we did a good job. I thought on both ends of the floor. They made a couple of tough shots in the first quarter. And then the second quarter, our offense was really they created a lot of struggle. We turned the ball over quite a bit and allowed them to run in transition. Also in the second quarter, we really struggled to finish around the rim. They did a good job of protecting the rim, blocking shots, which allowed them obviously to get out of the rim. We did not get good protection, but I think it was starting on the ball. I thought that tonight we were getting hit on screens quite a bit. We did not do a good job of avoiding screens and then staying in front of the man. And that's with the end. Then you go down, there were guys going 2 versus 1 opportunities. For years, I've been seeing Cleveland really doing a good job of finding their wild threads in Allen and in Walker.
In terms of the protection, what's the answer when Yak goes to the bench, especially while Kelly's out? Is it as simple as sort of tightening up on the perimeter and preventing some of those blow-bys, or is there somebody or somebody's, I guess, that need to step up in terms of the protection?
I mean, we talked about it that any good defense starts with that ball. And the better we do a job of communication, guarding the ball, staying in front of the ball, that's going to take some of the problems at the rim. But we're going to continue working on that. We're going to continue addressing that. I think video sessions are going to be really one tomorrow. I think guys will have a lot of emotions going into this game. But it's all of it is behind us, and we can really focus on our growth and development going from here.
This Scotty plus the bench lineup in the first and second quarters, they threw a lot of zone at you guys. What did you see in terms of the offense and how did it work?
I think a couple of first shots that we missed. I thought there were a couple of opportunities that we could do a better job of taking shots. We were driving inside, and they kept their length at the rim that deterred us from finishing at the rim. In second half, we talked about it, what adjustments we need to make, how we need to space the floor better. So we did not run it as much in the second half, but I think it was better in the second half. He fell down quite a bit, and he's sore right now. So we wanted to be very precautious with it, and obviously we're gonna do all the testing tonight and tomorrow and see where he's at.
Since Media Day, we've been talking a lot about identity. You can keep your identity in a win or in a loss. Did it feel like you guys kept your identities on both ends tonight?
There were moments that we had it, and I think everybody could feel that. There were moments that it was not there. We had a lot of guys tonight that played, for the first time an official NBA game. And what we need to understand and learn is that it takes 48 minutes. That it cannot be sporadically 2-3 minutes here and there. We gotta learn what it takes to win at this level, and that's for offensive defense. When we did a good job offensively, we were moving and cutting, we were creating good opportunities. I'm not saying making shots necessarily, but we created good opportunities and good looks. And the same thing when we had good ball pressure, when we had good communication, when we executed a game plan on defensive end, we forced them into tough shots. So to answer your question, for moments it was there, but for the part of the game, it was still there in the search.
Did you make it? You remember losing Jamal had a long run from a little bit less than that.
I mean, Jamal, every time he touches the floor, he plays so hard, and the way he competes, he was able to get a couple of deflections and steals that allows us also to get out and run a little bit. But Jonathan Modbo, he did a good job of figuring out in the second half with those minutes. His minutes in the first half were very limited, but I like what I saw there with energy that he brought and like that he presents on defensive end, especially. And Ulrich, any minute that he can get on the floor now, it's so valuable. I wish that he gets in more, close games, but today as well, I think he used those minutes well. And Jamison Bell as well, he steps on the floor today. His shooting is real. He's creating gravity towards him. But there's a lot of process. It's the start of a long journey. So I think that they had a very valuable experience today.
Okay, so instead of IQ, they'll do more testing tonight and tomorrow. Be cautious. The Raptors 30th season. I think I think a little more impressive. Wild 30 years, a lot of highs, a lot of lows, twists along the way. This season, Sportsnet presents a 4-part documentary series looking back at all the moments, including an unforgettable run to the title in 2019. Here's a sneak peek of what to expect.
Hope for it.
I was still there, we would have won. Everyone relied on us to carry the organization.
We're predicting we wouldn't be around in 5 years.
Some of my decisions was worthy of firing, probably.
There's nothing in my head that's telling me that somebody else is better than me. I'm sure this is the first time you've ever heard that.
The Toronto Raptors select
Damon Stoudemire.
I kind of heard the news, but honestly, I really didn't pay attention to it. Fast forward a year, and Dame's the Rookie of the Year.
Vince was a special talent. He was like a George W. He was a special guy.
DeMar would have a great dunk. I'm like, man, that dunk wasn't nothing, man. I played with Vince Carter.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
People knew about the Toronto Raptors after that.
Tracy wanted the recognition the same as Vince.
He wanted to be what Vince Carter was. What would have happened had we been able to keep him here? That took us away from being, I think, a real contender.
The organization wanted to move forward, and I didn't feel like I'm in the way. Get me out of the way.
He was frustrated with the Raptors, and they were frustrated with him. It was probably time to make a change.
Really, it all changed for this franchise when Kyle Lowry arrived.
I just couldn't stand him. He was so opposite of people. It just felt like it didn't bash.
Anybody who thought Kyle Lowry was going to be who Kyle Lowry became, he would probably have their head examined.
The deal is final. The Spurs will send Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors for DeMar DeRozan.
Sometimes in life, you're going to get hit with a heartbreak. There's always going to be hurt. If I'm getting rid of you, you're going to take it one way. That's the goal of sports, is when the Kawhi deal gave us the best chance to win. I'm really happy because they're successful and they're doing it. Also, I'm pissed off because I'm not there.
Wasn't that long ago people were saying, well, Toronto can never get the players to win the championship. It will never happen. Never happen. And they did it.
That was the greatest Raptor of all time.
I think I saw Gordon in the background of the season one.
Behind the palm trees?
Yes. Flyers Caps beat the Flyers 4-1 last night. They're going at it again tonight. Second period, it's down. Yeah. But slightly out of position. 2-0 Caps. Just over a minute later, here, Luke Dubois, Connor McMichael. Yes. On the breakaway, Caps scored 2 goals in 75 seconds. It's 3-zip under 4 minutes later. Dubois into the zone. Wade, point shot, tipped home by McMichael, second of the period. That's 4 goals on 10 shots against Fedotov. Travis Konecny now gets tied up with Dubois, who gives Konecny a shot. Dubois gets 2 for Rockman. On the power play, Flyers rookie, Matvei Michkov, down low to Konecny. Nice shot from the bad angle. Is that an RBH? Oh, no, Logan Thompson, just get up, dude. Get up. Come on. Don't give away the top of the cage. Flyers get on the board. It's 4-1. Now 4-2 in the third. Michkov with his second of the game through traffic. 7 points in 7 games to start the season. Flyers down by 1. Under 8 to go. Can Morgan Frost tie it up? Morgan Frost wrap around? No! He heads the side of the net, but he just can't get it around. Off Thompson's skate. Caps with an empty netter to make it 5-3. Then Alexander Ovechkin padding the stats. Third goal, 8:55 into the empty net, his second of the season. That makes it 6-3 Caps, and that is your 5.
Coming up on the other side, let's talk some football. Chiefs add another weapon for Patrick Mahomes. We'll talk about that and who is the Chiefs' biggest challenger. Adam Rank, the NFL Network, next.
Closed captioning brought to you in part by Yokohama Tires. Get up to a $100 rebate on a set of 4 select Yokohama tires. Ask for Yokohama, made precisely for you.
With these side Mario's all you can eat. You manja, manja, manja. Oh, Pop, they got more salad. Oh, Pop, they got more soup. Oh, Pop, they got more garlic coleslaw. Manja, mama, manja. Hey, bada boo, bada bing.
That grimy film on your teeth.
Dr. G.
It's actually the buildup of fat bacteria, which can cause cavities.
Unlike other toothpastes, Crest Pro Health antibacterial chloride protects against cavities, gingivitis, and sensitivity. Crest.
They're making more money than they have ever made in the history of the music business.
We have generation after generation of us not seeing a fair piece of the pie.
How do we keep the money from Black music in Black people's hands?
Happy birthday, big guy.
Your old minivan?
Your old minivan.
Old ride, need new tires? Save up to $225 on a set of 4 select tires until December 14th. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
You got to go to the games to really get a feel for intensity.
Oh, nice shot.
We love traveling for hockey, which is why we love Skyscanner. Skyscanner searches billions of prices on flights, hotels, and rental cars, so we always score top shelf travel deals.
Austin.
Hey, don't fool your brother, jabroni. We love a good Donnybrook.
2 minutes, in it.
You feel shame. Maybe do some homework while you're in there, hey, sweetie?
It's one of our very first foods. And sometimes the last thing before bed is loved by young and old. It's not just pasta, it's Ita pasta.
James Brown is as fast off the field as he is on it. He can't let pain slow him down, so he conquers it with the power of liquid fast relief. Advil. Tackle your tough pain fast.
NyQuil Vapor Cool can relieve those cold symptoms.
NyQuil Vapor Cool?
It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks Vapors.
NyQuil Vapor Cool. The vaporizing nighttime sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, so you can rest. Medicine.
I just asked.
Yeah, I asked. We just asked. Is Ozempic right for you? Just ask your doctor. We now return to Alpine Credit.
One monthly payment would be nice.
Setting up right away.
Approved. Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
I don't always need a quick oil change. But when I do, I go to Loop City. Visit Loop City today to experience our express oil change advantage.
The defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs have picked up DeAndre Hopkins from the Titans for a 5th-round pick. The Chiefs' wide receiver core has been ravaged by injuries this season, already without Rashard Rice, Marquise Brown, and now Juju Smith-Schuster. Hopkins is in the final year of an expiring contract. He has 15 catches for 172 yards and 1 touchdown this season.
New night, but same guy. Adam Rank joining us from NFL Network. And Adam, we're going to start with the Chiefs, and I am comparing them to a game of Jenga. Big fan of playing because they're standing really tall. Like they're the tallest team, only undefeated team in the league, as you know. But there are holes, and those holes are getting a little bit bigger as the injuries continue to mount. Patrick Mahomes, maybe not his usual Patrick Mahomes self, as well. So by adding DeAndre Hopkins Wednesday, does that maybe, you put in that block of him right in the middle where you need that solid foundation? Does that help, or is this Jenga just going to crumble eventually?
Solidifying it a little bit. I think so. First of all, if I can say something, I don't like the fact that this was consummated at like 4 a.m. West Coast time. Like, really? Like, I woke up to my first thought is like, DeAndre Hopkins has been traded to the Chiefs. Then I go to my fantasy rosters. He's picked up in every single league. Like, there's people who are outworking me, outsmarting me, so I love that part of it. But I do love this move for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is exactly the type of receiver that they've needed over the last couple of weeks, or maybe even last year or so. They obviously have the speed guys. Xavier Worthy comes in, he stretches the field, but they need the chain mover, a guy that can get open immediately, a guy that can go win contested battles, win the 50-50 balls. That's what they thought they were going to be getting with Juju Smith-Schuster, but he's been battling injuries over the last couple of weeks, so they stopped messing around. They're like, fine, if the Tennessee Titans are just going to give away DeAndre Hopkins, why won't we take him? It's like going to the flea market. Like, you're really just giving this away for a 6th-round pick? Well, then obviously we'll come out here and take it. And we did hear that the Chiefs were involved with the LA Rams about possibly dealing for Cooper Kupp, but that price tag was a little bit too high by both salary-wise because of the cap number of Cooper Kupp, but also I'm sure the Rams wanted a little bit more compensation than the Chiefs were willing to give up with. So this is kind of where we're at with the Kansas City Chiefs at this point, where they're more methodical. Like, we're not going to see those fun games where they're winning 41-38 shootouts and Tyreek Hill is catching 213 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Like, no, they're not going to win that way. They're going to win with defense, and they're going to win with running the football and ball possession and stuff like that. And it's the boring stuff that the Patriots used to do. And it's like, you know what? This is what happens. You stick around long enough, you become the villain. And now you're the Patriots reborn. Andy Reid might as well start cutting the sleeves off his jackets because that's exactly what's happening here in Kansas City.
Okay, first of all, West Coast, you guys haven't made because of all the start times, and you're just having your breakfast. So you can't complain about having it both ways when a trade breaks early in the morning, okay? Can't have it both ways. Big performances in Week 7 from Lamar Jackson and Jared Goff. So, as of right now, rank them. Who is the biggest threat to the Chiefs' kingdom, no matter what style they play?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, I'm sitting here, I was scribbling my notes. I wanted to go and double check this. To me, there's two teams that are true challengers. But you know me, I traditionally like to go with 4. So I'm going to start at number 4 with the Buffalo Bills. I really believe that what they did going out there and getting Amari Cooper was huge for them. Similar to what we're talking about with the Kansas City Chiefs, this was the type of player the Buffalo Bills needed. They needed somebody to move the sticks. And number 3, a team that lost on Sunday, I'm still impressed with the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, that was a disappointing, bitter loss for them. A game they could have easily come away with, outplaying the Detroit Lions for the first quarter. You almost got the sense of like, are they going to blow this team out, or are they just blowing away the Lions? But no, they made some mistakes, and it ultimately ended up costing them. But I think with that defense, the offense is really good as well. The Vikings are contenders. I mean, they've beaten the Texans, they've beaten the 49ers. They beat the Jets before things started going really south for them, kind of started them on the road to ruin. So I really believe in the Minnesota Vikings. I think that's a really good football team, regardless of what happened to them on a Sunday. And then number 2 is the team that beat them, the Detroit Lions. I mean, I try to be dismissive of them as much as possible, make fun of them for their history and everything like that. The Lions really impressed me on Sunday. And I've been impressed with them ever since the Dan Campbell went up there in a Week 17 game at Lambeau Field, knocked off the Green Bay Packers, who were going for a playoff spot. I think at that point, the Lions kind of announced that they were a real serious team. And this is the thing. The Lions look like a championship team. They look like the team to beat in the NFC. Jared Goff, I never thought I'd say this, but he's playing his best football. He looks like a real NFL, a bona fide NFL quarterback. But to me, the number 1 challenger for the Kansas City Chiefs is the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has taken it to another level. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, all those guys. Mark Andrews is now going back to his Mark Andrews self. But the big difference maker to me is Derrick Henry. Like, he has been unbelievable for this team. Like, he has been everything that you thought he was going to be. It's very rare that a guy joins a new team and actually exceeds expectations. I mean, who was the last guy who did that? Like Shaq with the Lakers or somebody like that? Like, it's hard to remember when a guy has actually done that. And for me, the reason the Chiefs were waking up at 4 in the morning today to make a deal for DeAndre Hopkins is that they're watching the Ravens and they're like, you know what? This isn't the same Ravens. This isn't the team that we bullied last year. We got to go out there and have an answer for Derrick Henry and this Ravens team. So I think that, like, I can't wait for these two teams to match up. Honestly, with the Lions, let's just make it a triple threat match. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how the NFL comes up with it, but like, get all 3 teams on the field, let them play it out. Let's Triple H go out there and kind of like work out,
sort it out,
all this stuff. Like, let's go.
Adam, thanks so much.
Beat Triple H rep. Okay, it's Zach 80 time. Playing his first NBA game tonight, can the Rookie of the Year favorite make an instant impact for the Grizz? Highlights next.
Sportsnet Central, brought to you by Skyscanner. Score like a travel MVP with the ultimate travel hack.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza emergency. So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza when you need it most.
There you go. Thank you. You're welcome.
Enjoy. From the twinkle in their eye to the sparkle of their smile, the holidays fill our hearts with magic. This holiday season, give the gift of a Disney cruise and discover where magic meets the sea.
No matter what kind of teeth you brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs up, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean routine starts with Oral-B.
Buying a car is pretty daunting,
But the price badge on Auto Trader really gave me the confidence that I was putting my money to good use.
I think these features definitely boost the confidence. The price badge is awesome.
The answer is Auto Trader.
Last chance. Midnight Friday is the early bird deadline. It's Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Mike D. Williams Lottery. Win the Fiji and Maserati Early Bird Prize, an extravagant 7-night vacation to Fiji, and a brand new Maserati. Or choose to put $175,000 cash in your bank. You're also in to win the $2.5 million grand prize. Don't miss out. Early bird deadline is Midnight Friday. Be mighty. Support Stollery Kids. Buy now at MikeDWilliamsLottery.com.
Tim's NHL trading cards, celebrating 10 years of unpacking the thrill.
5 packs of the new NHL trading cards, please.
10.
Make it 10, please.
With Tim's 10th edition NHL trading cards, it's hockey card season.
Today, you took delicious Centrum multi-gummies and took one more step toward taking charge of your health with essential vitamins and minerals for energy metabolism and immune support. So every day, you can say, with Centrum multi-gummies.
Practice starts in 20. Let's get it. T-Mac. Who shaves for practice? My game face doesn't take days off with Gillette Labs. Gillette Labs? Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. Its green bar releases trapped hairs so you can get virtually every hair in a single stroke, reducing irritation from shaving over the same spot. You looking smooth, brother. Let me hook you up. You shake that, kid. Best your game can get. Keeps getting better.
I don't always like to change my filter, but when I do, I go to Lube City. Visit your local Lube City location today to get your fuel, cabin, and air filter replaced.
Jandel Homes, celebrating 50 years of building premium, custom modular designs. Discover the perfect home for your family and start building your dream today. Come view our show homes or visit us at jandelhomes.com.
Oh, we are in the golden age of Canadian basketball, and the next big thing may be ready to burst onto the NBA scene. Toronto's Zach Edey, the Grizzlies drafted 9th overall, current betting favorite to win Rookie of the Year honors. Yes, that's what we're talking about already after an impressive preseason. So let's check in on Edey and the Grizzlies taking on Utah. Edey starting for the team in the season opener tonight, first quarter. John Morant drives to the lane. No, pops over, but Edey cleans it up, plus the foul. First points in the association for the 7-foot-4 Canadian. Later in the first, Ja goes baseline, up and under on the reverse, makes a tough bucket. 2 of his 9 first half points. This one's a tight one. Grizzlies by 3 in the third.
Thought you would have did the Jazz thing. No, skip that for the boot. Hornets. Rockets. First quarter, LaMelo ball bounce pass for Brandon Miller. Throws it down. Nicely done. Second quarter, Jalen Green drives the lane. Are you ready? Big time jam. No, doesn't go. I know. I can't believe it either. Now, former Rocket Fred bangs, leads, kicks it out. Alperon Şengün knocks down the wide open triple. Rockets. Play 18 for the Hornets. Not going away. A little showtime. Miles Bridges throws it down, shuttled on top. 85-83, 5. We're tied again. Then it's ball. Grant Williams, pump fake. Oh, old Dr. Bob Cooper, my old basketball coach. Love the pump fake. Hornets. Back on top, they win 110-105.
Okay, Kenny, it all started with Pelicans.
Remember? Yeah, people must hate that.
And that scary mascot.
Oh, yeah,
that
that
James.
great Keith Redmond. Yeah.
Okay, Zion Williamson, he's out sick. So playing without him, Bulls welcoming back Lonzo Ball. His first game in over 1,000 days. Yes, in January 2022. Kobe White kicks it out, 2 ball, knocks down the triple. Former second overall pick, 5 points in his return. Third quarter, Lonzo lobs to a cutting Zach LaVine for the alley-oop slam. He gets tall. LaVine team high, 27 points. But Pelicans, get it going. DeJounte Murray drives to the rim, gets the friendly roll. Fourth quarter, Pelicans up by 10.
Now,
Murray.
is that not travel? Seriously,
They
not calling it
don't
again this year.
call it. Brandon Ingram scores 2 of his game high 33. Consistency again. Murray, 14 points, 10. Alvarez in his Pelicans debut, and they win 123-1. Great lineup for you from the association on Thursday. A doubleheader on Sportsnet 1. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs season opener against Luka and the Mavs, followed by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder against Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, and the Nuggets. It all starts at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, again on Sportsnet 1, streaming on Sportsnet Plus.
And more hoops coming up on the other side. We're going to join the Warriors and Blazers.
Tim's NHL trading cards, celebrating 10 years of unpacking the thrill.
5 packs of the new NHL trading cards, please. 10. Make it 10, please.
With Tim's 10th edition NHL trading cards, it's hockey card season.
That grimy film on your teeth,
Dr. G.
that's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities.
Unlike other toothpastes, Crest Pro Health antibacterial fluoride protects against cavities, gingivitis, and sensitivity. Crest.
Sometimes the best beginnings start with a click. Start yours now with the special offer for Canada residents and save 25% or more on a 4-day or longer Walt Disney World theme park ticket. Learn more at disneyworld.ca and let the magic begin at Walt Disney World Resort. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose to get out there. Choose to make memories. Choose your calling. Choose to go for it. Just choose. Mazda, we craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move.
Remix? Newlywed. Newlywed. Newlywed.
It's not what it looks like. Nobody told us you could prevent diarrhea caused by LT-producing ETEC by taking Ducarol.
Help protect yourself by taking Ducarol, a drinkable vaccine, 2 weeks before your trip. Speak to your healthcare professional.
NyQuil Vapor Cool can relieve those cold symptoms.
NyQuil Vapor Cool?
It's NyQuil, plus Russia escapers.
NyQuil Vapor Cool, the vaporizing nighttime sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, so you can rest medicine.
With these side Marios, all you can eat. You manja, manja, manja. Oh, Pop, they got more salad. Oh, Pop, they got more soup. Oh, Pop, they got more garlic home. Manja, mama, manja. Hey, bada boo, bada bing.
It used to be that the best part of a hard day's work was taking your boots off. Now, it's putting them on. Try the Kodiak Lundbrook Wellington and work on.
When it comes to business, sometimes risks are not that obvious. That's why at Crow, our accountants focus on helping clients by providing insightful information to help them make smart decisions that deliver lasting value.
Sportsnet Central, brought to you by Golf Town. The Demo Club event starts October 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Visit golftown.com for full details. Men's clothing provided by Jack Victor, proudly made in Montreal since 1913. Available now online and in stores nationwide. Please visit jackvictor.com.
UEFA Champions League, Atletico Madrid versus Lille, and Jonathan David. He has been a goal machine. That one.
Yeah, I like that right down the middle, because you know the keeper's going to get one way on the time.
Yeah, but if you're...
As a soccer expert, I always go down the middle.
Coming off the bench, he scored twice. 10 goals, 15 games. Lille with the upset. Speaking of prolific goal scorers, Erling Haaland.
Wow.
A spectacular grace.
Oh, whoa, my buddy from Murdoch Mysteries would love that one.
44 Champions League goals, ties Didier Drogba for 16th most in UCL history. He only played 50 fewer games in City.
So well groomed.
5-0. Slick. Barcelona winger, Rafinha. He doesn't score a lot of goals, but he looked the part. Huge showdown against Bayern Munich. In his 100th appearance for the Spanish Giants, Brazilian scored a hat-trick. leading Barca to a very nice 4-1 win.
Rafinha, he's like you, just single name they don't. Ivanka.
I thought it was Ozma.
Well, no, like internationally, if you were a soccer star, it would just be Ivanka. Sounds good.
How do you spell my name?
Evanka.
I don't know how to spell it.
Yeah.
Is it my last name? You don't know.
It starts with an L.
There you go. Okay, we got more basketball coming up for you.
H-U-T-T-O-N.
Golden State Blazers, enjoy.
And I love how Kuminga and Moody on that interchange. That was pretty. Kuminga drew two defenders there, and Moody was ready to shoot it. And Grant attacking. Looking it up and in. There's one thing that Jeremy Grant did was versatile. He can score. He can drive it, put it on the floor. But Denver, OKC, it's always been a quality player. Missing that three, and from the Blazers. Anderson, you see again, always looking to probe, always looking to drive. Ran down the lane, that's a great finish. TJD went straight out, good defense, better offense. It was Henderson's drive that made that closeout to Grant much tougher. And Moody off that guy, and the Warriors are 4 of 18 on threes. The Blazers aren't shooting great either. Good, as well done for him. Moody fouling Clingan before he could just turn and dunk that. Clingan recognized he had a small defender, so he ran the floor. They're high on Click because he does bring that effort. He does rhythm whenever he can. So Moses already picked up 3 quick fouls here. As Kyle Anderson sits, and Mr. Curry will re-enter. Moody was in a tough position there. Draymond's had a long rest. Anderson on the lane again. And if you're backing up and you're a big trying to guard his ball screen, and his defender gets picked off, he's at the rim in a blink of an eye. He's going to get to the rim. Wiggins drawn kick, and Melton playing it off. And that is what the Warriors want to see more than the half court. But you have to keep taking those shots. A shot created is a shot that has to be taken. Don't get discouraged because you missed some. Didn't seem like he was. Simons. Oh, man. Wiggins played him wonderfully. Anthony Simons has a lot of game. Wiggins was exasperated there. There's nothing else he can do about that. Avdia on step off the ball. Nancy Phillips using size every time. Kuminga, beautiful finish. And we saw Kuminga's defender just leave it. Go to the ball. Kuminga went back door. An ugly shooting first quarter. Warriors finding it a little bit. Henderson, he's starting to really feel it. Those drives early. He's got 8 to lead all scorers. TJD on the roll. That's a beautiful delivery. And maybe would want that back. But get to the line. Whether it's Looney or Draymond or Trace, these are really nice deliveries to the number spot. But it's all set up by Steph, his number team. And he gets rid of it. He's unselfish. TJD making the right play there. Saw Kuminga's defender come over to help. Give it to Kuminga. Short points here. This spot, he's going to come in and hammer not good for TJD rolling to the basket. Kuminga takes the spot. I mean, how athletic are the Warriors? The other issue, though, you're seeing it's Chauncey Billups like, we are throwing bodies at Steph Curry. And that's going to be the case until the Warriors make other players hurt them. Makes sense. Steph is trusting his teammates right now. Kuminga, those free throws look good. His jumper, his form overall just looks a little more smooth. He's been down early and then back and forth here in the second. 5 minutes in. Melton moved his feet nicely. And then Steph, great inside help, gave up the steam. Here's some of the guys in blue running with friends. Curry attacking Aiton and wheels out. Steph still with the handle. And then Grant hit that a tougher shot. Don't scoot Henderson, you know where he's going, right to the rim. And he caught himself on the rim. That was an outlet to nobody. Trace Jackson Davis just wasn't looking.